So what is the permanent method or the surgical method? It blocks gamete transfer. Vasectomy, which is conducted in male, prevents the transport of the sperm. Each of the fallopian tube is cut and sealed. Why MTP is banned? Misused for what? To eliminate illegal pregnancy. Hello everyone. Welcome back to session 4 of this chapter 4 called Reproductive Health. I am B. Shobharani from the Department of Biology, Vidyashram Pre-University College. What did we learn in session 3 of this chapter called Reproductive Health? We studied about the contraceptive methods that are implemented to avoid unwanted pregnancy. So, we studied about the two very important method of contraceptive method called the temporary method, which included the natural method or physiological method, or it is also called as traditional method, then which included periodic abstinence, coitus interruptus, then lactational amenorrhea. Then we moved on to the barriers like use of condoms, use of diaphragm, use of cervical caps, then use of the vaults. Then we moved on to the IUDs, intrauterine devices like the copper T, like lips loop, etc. Then we moved on to the study of oral contraceptives, that is use of oral pills, and we also made a note of Saheli that was developed by CDRI. In today, what are we going to study in session 4 of this chapter called Reproductive Health? We are going to study about the permanent methods. And the permanent methods are also called, and we are going to add a note on medical termination of pregnancy, where short form is MTP, right. So, what is this permanent method otherwise called? Permanent method is also called surgical method, or it is also called sterilization, right. So, what is the permanent method or the surgical method, or also called as, or otherwise called as sterilization method? The permanent surgical contraceptives which lead to complete sterility. So, what are the surgical methods or the permanent methods? They are the methods, surgical contraceptives which lead to complete sterility. And advised to whom? Advised to both male and female. So, what is the very important result of this surgical method or permanent method? It blocks gamete transfer, that is blocks gamete transport, and hence conception is prevented, that is unwanted pregnancy is prevented, because these two methods are going to block the gamete transport, either the sperm or the ovum transport, and hence conception is prevented. So, these two methods are very important surgical methods. So, what are the two very important surgical methods or the permanent methods that are conducted either in male or female? One method is called vasectomy, which is conducted in male, and vasectomy is also called as male sterilization, whereas the other one is called, another surgical method or permanent method which is conducted in female is called tubectomy, or it is called female sterilization. So, what are the two very important surgical methods which are conducted for both in male and female? The one which is the surgical method which is conducted in male is called vasectomy, and the one which is conducted in female is called tubectomy. So, let us study one by one. Hope you can see in the picture, right. Hope in my previous session when we dealt with human reproduction, you have studied about the male reproductive structure and the female reproductive structure. Hope you remember the structure of the male, what are the parts that are included under the male reproductive structure and what are the parts that are included under the female reproductive structure. As I said, what is vasectomy? It is nothing but the male sterilization. It is a surgical method which is done in the males. And what is tubectomy? Tubectomy is nothing but the surgical method which is done in the females. So, now let us study one by one, right. So, what is vasectomy? Here actually this is performed by use of general anesthesia, where a small incision is made in the scrotum, and the vas deferens is exposed. You can see the vas deferens here, and a part of vas deferens is removed and tied tied and cut, that is cut and tied. So what is the very important method done in vasectomy? It is performed through general anesthesia, where a small portion of the scrotum is cut and the vas deferens is exposed and the vas deferens is removed, and that is it is cut and tied. So here it prevents the entry of the sperms. So what is the result of vasectomy? We can say 99% effective. 99% is effective. So the process of doing vasectomy gives you 99% guarantee for unwanted pregnancy. So here what happens here, as I said, a small cut is made in the, a small incision is made in the scrotum and the vas deferens is exposed and the vas deferens is removed and tied back, right. And as I said, what is the result of vasectomy? The result of vasectomy is 99% it is effective and it prevents the transport of sperms, and at the same time the sperms produced are destroyed in the testes by natural phagocytosis. So you can say that it gives guarantee for the to prevent unwanted pregnancy in the male. So either sterilization is done either in the male or female. So you can avoid what? Unwanted pregnancy. What is vasectomy? Vasectomy, the very word itself will tell you, it is nothing but the vasectomy, the vas deferens which carries the sperms is removed and cut and tied, right. So what is vasectomy? Vasectomy is nothing but a male sterilization performed through what? Through general anesthesia, where a small incision is done in the scrotum and the vas deferens is exposed, and the vas deferens and a small part of the vas deferens in both the sides, you can see here also and here also, it is cut, removed and tied, right. And as I said, what is the result of vasectomy? The result of vasectomy is 99% it is effective. And what does it prevent? It prevents the transport of the sperm, and not only that, the sperm produced are destroyed in the testes through natural phagocytosis. What do you mean by phagocytosis? Engulfing the self particles. So this we can say 99% it is effective. That is all about vasectomy. Hope you have understood what is vasectomy, right. Moving on to the next called tubectomy. What is tubectomy? It is performed through general anesthesia in the females, where a small incision is made in the body wall, and where both the pair, here you can see the fallopian tube on each side is cut, is removed, is cut and sealed. So here a small part of the fallopian tube is cut and sealed, right. So what is tubectomy? Tubectomy is nothing but a female sterilization which is done in the females, where it is performed through general anesthesia, right, and a small cut is made in the body wall. What is very important is the fallopian tube on each side is cut and sealed. So here you can see how it is sealed. So this prevents what? This prevents the transport of ovum. As you know, fallopian tube is the region where the sperm and the ovum meet, and possibility of fertilization are more. So here as the ova is produced from the ovary, it passes through the infundibulum and the isthmus and goes to the, from the ampullary region it goes to the fallopian tube, as you have studied in the previous sessions. So this, what do you call it, the fallopian tube or the oviduct is cut and sealed. So it prevents the transport of the ovum. So as I said, 100% it is effective. And 100% it is effective and prevents what? Prevents the transport of the ovum into the fallopian tube. So this is also very important or effective female sterilization which is done. Hope you have understood both vasectomy and tubectomy. So what is vasectomy? Vasectomy is nothing but what? Male sterilization. What is tubectomy? Tubectomy is nothing but female sterilization. What is done in vasectomy? Vasectomy is performed through general anesthesia. As I said, a small incision is made in the scrotum and vas deferens is exposed and it is cut and tied. Right. So what is the result of vasectomy in males? At 99% it is effective, as it prevents the transport of the ovum, and also the sperms produced are destroyed by the testis through natural phagocytosis. So what is tubectomy? As I said, tubectomy is a female sterilization which is done in the females, and it is performed through general anesthesia, where a small incision is made in the body wall and through which the fallopian tube is, each of the fallopian tube is cut and sealed. So in this way, in this method, what is done? the transport of ovum is prevented. So unwanted pregnancy can be avoided, right. So as you have already studied, what are the very important reasons for using this contraceptive method? Very important is to control the birth control. And why we control the birth control? Because as we know, if we don't control human population, it may lead to what? Overpopulation, and due to which we cannot give better education and lead a very good standard life. So that is the reason why we need to go for this contraceptive methods, and this is the permanent method which is implemented both by the male and the female, by the male through vasectomy and by the female through tubectomy. So you can say that both the methods guarantee what you can avoid unwanted pregnancy. I hope you have understood these two very important surgical methods. Both the diagrams are very important from examination point of view. They might ask you to draw the diagram either vasectomy or tubectomy. Both the diagrams are very important. Anyhow, you are going to study the diagram for the male reproductive structure as well as the female reproductive structure same, but only thing is here we are going to cut the vas difference and we are going to tie it here. Here we are going to cut the what? Fallopian tube, and we are going to tie. They are the tube-like structures which carry the gametes. So vas difference carries the sperms and the fallopian tube or the oviduct carries the ova. So by cutting and tying it back, so we are preventing the transport of the sperm, and here we are preventing the transport of the ovum. Hope you have understood these two methods. Very important surgical methods, which is also called as sterilization method, where the male is sterilized and the female is sterilized. So we use the word called vasectomy as male sterilization, tubectomy as female sterilization. Moving on to the next very important concept called medical termination of pregnancy, called short form is MTP. What is medical termination of pregnancy? This is a word which is very important for you all to understand. What is this? It is called intentional, voluntary termination of pregnancy before the fetus attains full term. It is done unwantingly. So intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy before the fetus attains full term. What is the full term? The gestation period is 9 months. So before the fetus attains full term, if it is removed, then it is called terminated. It is called medical termination of pregnancy, or it is otherwise called MTP. Right. Actually, it was legalized in India in 1971, and MTPs are banned. Do you think it has been done frequently? No, it is banned. So why? Because why MTP is banned? Why it is not legalized? Like now it was legalized in 1971, but at not all times MTPs are advised. Why? Because they are being misused. Misused for what? To eliminate illegal pregnancy. So unknowingly they become pregnant and they want to remove it. In that case they go to a doctor for abortion. So the other word for this is intentional abortion or voluntary abortion. You can use the word called abortion. So it is called voluntary abortion. Wantingly they want to remove the fetus before it attains the full term. So it is being misused. Right. So particularly you come across this in younger generations where unknowingly they become pregnant and they want to get it removed. So that is the reason why MTPs are banned. And the other thing is it is being misused for killing female fetus. Very important. You have already come across in the last session, that is about amniocentesis. What is amniocentesis? It is a method or a technique done to determine the sex of the developing fetus, whether the developing fetus is male or female, by analyzing the amniotic fluid, the chromosomal number in the amniotic fluid. You can make out whether the developing fetus is male or female, and if at all they come across it is a female fetus, they go for what you call it as female feticides, or what you call female fetus are destroyed. Destruction of the fetus is called feticide. So are being misused for killing the female fetus. So that is the reason why even MTPs are banned, but at not all times. Sometimes when a mother comes across that she is having some abnormalities during the process of pregnancy, at that time it may be advised, but legally actually it is legalized in 1971, but most of the time, as I said, it is banned. Why it is banned? Because they are misused. Why? Because they are misused to eliminate what? Illegal pregnancy. Then are being misused for killing what? Female fetus. Here you can see in the picture here. So this is nothing but a picture of what? MTP. That is a voluntary intentional removal of the developing fetus before it attains the full term is called medical termination of pregnancy, right. Here you can see, when is it advised? As I said, unwanted pregnancy is advised only during some very emergency cases. What are the cases like? When they find that the pregnancy is harmful both to the mother and to the fetus, or for both. Suppose if a woman continues with her pregnancy, maybe it may prove fatal both for the mother or for the fetus, sometimes only for the mother or sometimes only for the fetus or sometimes for the both. So, if she continues the pregnancy, sometimes it may be harmful or it might be very dangerous for the life of a mother or for the life of the fetus or for the both. So, at that time maybe the condition MTP is advised. And at what period of pregnancy is it advised? MTPs are relatively considered safe during the 12th week of pregnancy, what we call it as first trimester. Hope you remember, we studied in the chapter called human reproduction. 12th week of pregnancy, first trimester, second trimester, 6th months, that is 24 weeks of pregnancy is called second trimester. So, you should not go to that trimester, right. Only within the first trimester, then only it is advised. Why? Because even after a first trimester, if the MTP is done, it may definitely prove fatal to the mother and the chances of mother dying is quite possible. So, sometimes the doctor will not prefer to go for MTPs once she crosses this first trimester, that is 12th week of pregnancy. So, in the coming slide you will come across what are the reasons for advising for MTPs, not all times, as I said, right. So, what are the conditions, as I said, that is advised for MTP? Advice, that is if the pregnancy is harmful to mother or for the fetus or for both. And when is it advised? And MTPs are relatively considered safe during the 12th week of pregnancy. So, anyhow I am going to explain what are the other conditions when MTP is advised through off screen. So, when is medical termination of pregnancy advised? As I said, medical termination of pregnancy is legally permitted till 12 weeks on the following conditions. Risk to the mother's life. Suppose if we come across the mother's life is under risk, then she will not be advised to continue her pregnancy or continue her full term of pregnancy. So, that is one reason. Second reason, when there is a grave injury to physical or mental health. Suppose mentally and physically the woman is not capable of carrying on her pregnancy, in that case maybe the medical termination of pregnancy is advised. First case is what? When the mother's life is under risk. So, she will not be able to continue her further full term of pregnancy. In that case, so MTP can be done. And second one is, as I said, grave injury to physical or mental health. So, physically and mentally the mother is not capable of continuing her full term of pregnancy. In that case, MTP is advised. And as I said, a substantial risk of physical and mental abnormalities in the fetus. Suppose if they come across during the process of scanning that the developing fetus is having some mental abnormalities or some genetical abnormalities. So, in that case MTP is advised. So, what is it? What is the third reason for the advice for MTP? Substantial risk of physical and mental abnormalities in the fetus. Not only mental abnormalities, maybe there might be some genetical abnormalities. And very important, a woman would have become pregnant due to rape. So, pregnancy resulting from rape is usually an unwanted pregnancy. In that case, so MTP can be advised. And other last very important reason is for advice to MTP is when there is a failure of contraception. So, they have adopted the contraceptive methods, but in spite of it the woman has become pregnant. So, in that case, so due to the failure of the contraception also, maybe that is the reason why MTP is advised. Hope you have understood the conditions for the advice of MTP. One is what? When the mother's life is under risk, at that time MTP is advised. Second reason is when there is a grave injury to physical or mental health of the mother, at that case, so MTP is advised. Third one is what? Substantial risk of physical and mental abnormality, even mental or genetical abnormalities in the fetus. So, that in that case also MTP is advised. Pregnancy resulting from rape. So, in that case also MTP is advised. And the last but one is what? When there is a failure of the contraceptive. So, they have gone for contraceptive methods, but there is an utter failure in spite of using the contraceptive methods, and the woman has become pregnant. So, in that case there is so due to failure of the contraception also you can go for medical termination of pregnancy. Hope you have understood this slide, right? Hope you have understood the concepts what we have discussed in today's session. So, what were the important concepts we discussed in today's session, children? We studied about the surgical method or the permanent contraceptive method, which gives guarantee for the unwanted not to go for unwanted pregnancy, right? Like you can avoid unwanted pregnancy. Then we also studied about MTP. What is MTP? Medical termination of pregnancy. So, what were the conditions that are advised for MTP? All that we have come across in today's session. Hope you have understood the important concepts of today's session. So, in my coming session, what am I going to deal with? So, we are going to deal with a very important concept called sexually transmitted diseases. Short form is what? STDs. Hope you have come across the sexually transmitted diseases are transmitted through sexual intercourse, and the dreadful diseases like what? Like AIDS. You might have come across gonorrhea, syphilis, genital warts, herpes, AIDS. All these are sexually transmitted diseases. So, what are the reasons for the cause of sexually transmitted diseases and how we can overcome this sexually transmitted disease? It is a very important concept from examination point of view. Next, what are the possible methods of transmission of STD? How the sexually transmitted diseases are transmitted? The very word itself will tell you the sexually transmitted diseases. Next, simple principles to prevent STDs. What are the methods or the principles we need to overcome this to prevent this sexually transmitted diseases? And the last but one, what we call it as infertility. What do you mean by infertility? Inability to produce the children. Particularly you might have come across there are a lot of many reasons for infertility and why the women is not able to conceive, why the males are not able to produce the sperms. So, there are many reasons to quote for infertility both in males and females. As I said, now the science and technology has improved, where definitely the techniques have come to the rescue of issueless couples to have a child. So, here in this particular session, in the coming session, we will be studying about what is infertility and what are the causes for infertility in males and females. So, all these are the concepts which I am going to cover in my coming sessions. Hope you have understood the concepts what I have explained in session 4 of this chapter called reproductive health. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.